Most people are too busy about their own affairs to pay much attention to a cart horse. It's a life of hard work, crowded streets, noisy traffic, and not much thanks from anyone except your driver, if he's a good sort. But people would soon notice it if you weren't there. What would happen to the businessman's profits if there was no one to bring the goods he buys and sells? To him, they're just figures in a book, but to you, they're another heavy load against which you have to match your strength every day. You've barely long enough to say how do you do to a friend before it's time to be off again. Oh, well, it seems to be the same even with men. You've often seen them pause for a few words and then hurry on saying, "Can't stop now." Perhaps they've got work to do too. Though sometimes you feel that those legs of yours are doing all the work in the world. Driver says, "Keep your motor lorries. Give me a horse any day." He doesn't have to tell you to stop. You know every traffic light in town. You'd be glad of the breathing space too, if it wasn't for all the petrol fumes that get up your nostrils and fill your lungs. This is the part of town you don't like. Of course you're used to the traffic. It doesn't scare you as it does some horses you've seen up from the country. But you never did like noise and bustle. Still, mustn't grumble. The load's being shifted fairly quickly today, and every packing case unloaded is a bit less weight to drag round. You don't want to seem impatient, but something inside tells you it's getting near dinner time. Well, thank goodness you've got an understanding driver. Not like the man who took over once and used to keep you waiting for your grub. Once you get well down into that nose bag, you'll feel a lot better and able to face up to a bit more work. I must get my nose bag on too. It's a joke he cracks every day. Not very funny, perhaps, but it shows he takes notice of you. Not like some men who never have a civil word for a horse. And when he comes out again, you can be sure he's saved you some tasty morsel from his own dinner. Sometimes you wonder if your size must make you look like a giant, especially to youngsters. But bless them, they aren't afraid. They know you won't do them any harm. And it all helps to make you realize you've got plenty of friends. The place has changed since the Blitz. You can remember when you stopped outside a building every few minutes along here. Now there's some fresh air. But best you like it down at the docks, where there's peace and quiet, with trippers enjoying themselves on the river while your load for tomorrow comes swinging overhead. You wonder what it's like down the river, where the big ships come from. But it's no good hankering after things you'll never see. You're a town horse, and all your friends are townsfolk too. Another day's work over, another load of goods delivered. You've earned a night's rest like any other worker. And now you're back home, where you can enjoy a bit of gossip with the other horses about the day's happenings before it's time to go to sleep. It's good to get your harness off so that you can stretch a bit. That collar, too, was beginning to weigh you down. Never mind, you're free of it now till the morning. Pot of supper to give you a bit of energy for tomorrow, and you'll feel fine. It's been a hard day, but it's worth it all to hear your driver say, "Why, the old horse is better to work with than any man." You'd almost believe he had his thoughts too.